that's fatal.
How's it going, Fatal Family? Welcome to another episode of Discord CAWS Submissions, a series where I go through a bunch of creator wrestlers that were submitted to my Discord either by the original creator or on behalf of them. In today's video, I have creator wrestlers from 10 different creators, and first we're going to start off with creator Baby Sword with their fixed showcase attires. Now, what does that mean? Well, during the showcase of Rey Mysterio, in some of the matches during the entrances, they are not wearing their proper attire. So what this little small pack does by Baby Sword is it makes sure that the superstars have their entrance gear on. So you'll be using the hashtag fixed showcase attires. The first one is Undertaker's Royal Rumble 2010 attire. Description says Undertaker Royal Rumble 2010 against Rey Mysterio, the attire with the entrance gear. The next one is Eddie Guerrero's WrestleMania 21 attire. The description says Eddie Guerrero WrestleMania 21 against Rey Mysterio, attire with entrance gear. And this gives Eddie Guerrero his t-shirt he wore during his entrance at WrestleMania 21. The next one is Rey Mysterio for Raw November 14, 2005. This gives Rey Mysterio his I'm Your Poppy shirt during his entrance. The description says Rey Mysterio Raw November 14, 2005 against Shawn Michaels attire with proper entrance gear. And the final one for the fixed showcase attires is Shawn Michaels with the same I'm Your Poppy shirt from November 14, 2005's Raw. So thank you, Baby Sword, for submitting your fixed showcase attire pack. Next up, we have two creations by beautiful artist TLC. You'll be using the hashtag LongShadow85. The first one is an original creator wrestler called Young Blood. Really cool looking creator wrestler sporting a blue and black attire, and the second attire slide is actually a Deadpool attire. The second original creator wrestler is called the King of Xbox, and judging by their name, they seem to love Xbox, even rocking the Xbox colors of green and black. Attire slot 2 is also the Deadpool attire. The description says, made a Deadpool attire for a tag team in my universe. Thank you for submitting those two creator wrestlers, Long Shadow. Next, we have two submissions by Chair Takeover brand. You'll be using hashtag JustName to find these two. The first one is Steve Borden, aka Sting from Main Event Mafia. So for those of you out there who love collecting your Stings, this one here is definitely great to add to your collection. It's a spot on looking Steve Borden Sting from Main Event Mafia. Attire slot 2 is also him in his Sting gear. The next creator wrestler is Albert, and JustName also nailed it on the head here with the face texture and the way the body looks too. There's two different attires for this Albert, the one you're seeing right now, and then one with his black tank top and long black pants with the red and white graphic on the side of the pants. So thank you, JustName, for submitting those two creator wrestlers. Next up, we got 6 creator wrestlers from Disaster J. You'll be using hashtag Disaster to find these creator wrestlers. The first one is a creator wrestler called Jay. It seems to be an original creator wrestler. He looks pretty suave, pretty smooth with it, you know. He has two different attires, the one you're seeing right now, and then the second one is like gold and black pants. The next one is an original creator wrestler called Terry Tonga. This creator wrestler also comes with two different attires, and it's supposed to be a Samoan superstar. The description says that he uses it for his universe mode, the Samoan showstopper Terry Tonga. Next, we have some what ifs, and the first one is what if Batista was a member of DX. So if you want Batista to be a DX member, well, here you go. And after what happened on Raw 30 with Kurt Angle being an honorary member of DX, it's not out of the ordinary. Next up, we got what if the Hurricane was a member of DX with some DX gear on the Hurricane. Disaster does a great job making these what if gear, and they actually look like something they would wear if they were a part of DX. Next up is what if Eddie Guerrero was a member of DX, and again, spot on with the way it would look. He would just wear the shirt that says D-Generation X and the tights, and then he would just take the shirt off when he's fighting, and it just looks great. And finally, we have what if Seth Rollins was a member of DX, and Disaster nailed the aesthetic of Seth Rollins' gear here. That's exactly the type of pants that Seth Rollins would wear to get into the head of a DX member if he was facing off against them. So thank you, Disaster J, for submitting your creator wrestlers. Next, we have one by MVP Workshop. You'll be using hashtag MVP Workshop to find this one, and it is Jushin Thunder Liger. I personally think this is a really good looking Jushin. And for the second slot, we have a Battle Liger. So thank you, MVP Workshop, for submitting your creator wrestler. Next up, we have one creator wrestler by Nexus JWF. And this one here is personally my favorite of the original creator wrestlers. We have Lon Sunrisa, and La Sunrisa is an original luchador creator wrestler, and I just love the way this one looks. The evil smile, the smile on the knee pads, the smile on the shorts, this just looks great. I can actually see this being a superstar in like TNA Impact back in the day. Next, we have one of the best fiends by Rebel CAWS. You'll be using hashtag Rebel CAWS to find this one. Description says, let me in. This Bray Wyatt comes with his hidden crowd signs, his voice chants, his voice taunts, victory motion, a custom render. It comes with a custom moveset, and it uses the original in-game textures that were left over. So this Fiend is as close as you're getting to the actual Fiend in-game because it uses everything left over from the Fiend. So great job, Rebel CAWS, with this Fiend. Next, we got two creator wrestlers from Sethamador. The first one is Grim from GTS Wrestling. You'll be using a hashtag Grim to find this creator wrestler, or you can just search up the creator name Sethamador. And this, of course, is Grim from GTS Wrestling, and the description says that they are the first one to make Grim from GTS Wrestling, and this is their first try to make Grim. And the next one seems to be an original creator wrestler called Annie Moore. The description says, "This is my friend Annie. Use hashtag Annie Moore to find her," or you can also just search up Sethamador to find both of them. Next, we got 11 creator wrestlers from Ultimate Grubberg. The first one we have is The Freak. Now, you'll be using hashtag Ultimate Grubberg to find these creator wrestlers. The first one, like I said, is The Freak. It's meant for April Fools, apparently, and it's some sort of jester creator wrestler. So if you want a jester in your universe, here you go. Next up, we have Father of Time. Father of Time, he needs a moveset, so Father of Time does not have a moveset, so maybe download him and give him your own moveset. But he looks pretty unique. He does look like someone that would be in like a God of War game that you would just kill as a boss or something. So the Father of Time. Next, we have an original creator wrestler called Vincent Austin. The description says this superstar is a descendant of the McMahon's family and Stone Cold's family. So this is if Stone Cold's family and Vince McMahon's family procreated and created Vincent Austin. All right. Next, we have an original creator wrestler called York. And I personally think this one here just looks disgusting. Not a fan of this one. But great job, Ultimate Grubberg. Thank you for submitting this. Next, we have an original creator wrestler called Davis Walter. Next, we have an original creator wrestler called PP Pack. And what the heck is this thing? This is someone great to download to be a jobber in your universe mode, to be honest. PP Pack. What a name. Next, we have someone called Eugene England, rocking that pink and white. I do love pink and white. It does go well together, so great color choice. Next, we have someone called Kenny Albright, and I just want to know if Kenny's all right with his face here. What the heck is going on? Next up, we have someone called Arthur Murray, and this guy is probably a vampire or something like that because the way he looks like he would be a disciple for Gangrel. Next, we have someone called Vince Venice, and this must be Albright's grandfather because they are rocking the same face. And finally, for Ultimate Grubberg, we have Victor Benson, rocking that shirt that says, "I'm not the cheater." And for the second attire, it says, "I'm not the hacker." Don't know what that means, but thank you for submitting your original creator wrestlers, Ultimate Grubberg. And finally, we have two from What's the Status. The first one is Butch, which will be an automatic alt attire to in-game Pete Dunne. This is also a collaboration with Bangura 948772286. It also comes with a custom portrait for Butch. And in attire slot 2, he's rocking his more modern, up-to-date gear. So you got both versions of Butch with this creator wrestler, automatic alt attire to Pete Dunne in game. And finally, we have Ryback use hashtag FeedMeMore for this one here, and it'll be a collaboration with Wolfpack Prince. This is a really good looking Ryback, so great job Wolfpack Prince with this Ryback. And that right there are a bunch of creator wrestlers submitted to my Discord. I hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and download the ones that you want to use in your universe mode or your exhibition mode. It's totally up to you. These videos are just showcase creator wrestlers that usually would not get showcased in a YouTube video if it was any other case. So thank you so much for submitting all the creator wrestlers. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to be a part of the Fatal family, and not miss out on the next video. And I'll catch you in the next one. Fatal Steven out. Peace.